Good morning. It is Friday morning. It is March the 21st. Rise and shine, rise and shine. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's going on in the world of weather. It's the first day of spring. Go figure. The temperatures plummet. Skies are clear. Gotta love that. But yeah, had ourselves a little cold front move through. Here's a look at the satellite and radar, and there it is, kind of moving through Nassau and the Bahamas right now. And as it continues to do that, it will continue to usher in chillier air for us. So here's a live look at our Tower Cam network and a look at temperatures. 38 degrees in Ocala. Yeesh McGeesh. 48 in Orlando, 46 Daytona Beach, and 46 degrees back over to New Smyrna Beach. Here's a look around. Yeah, it's chilly outside. And the good news is it's going to be a beautiful day, but we aren't going to rebound significantly. It's going to be a cool one. First warning live Doppler radar rain free this morning. 12-hour forecast on this beautiful first day of spring, bringing those temperatures up to 70 degrees. That's all we got today, right? 70 in Orlando, 69 in Sanford, 68 degrees in DeLand. It's 64 in Daytona Beach and 66 in Melbourne. So it's a chilly one, my friends. We are enjoying a beautiful little stretch of weather. Keep in mind, though, that once again today, with that chilly, dry air, red flag warnings are in effect, particularly for our southeastern spots. All right, fire weather isn't necessarily critical today, but it is one of those things. Did have that fire breakout yesterday in Volusia County. All right, kind of with those northerly steering winds, that means that we could start to see some of that working into Brevard County today. It's called the Honeydew Fire. It's 80% contained, over 300 acres. We were flying Chopper 2 for a good part of the afternoon there, so that was a significant event. All right, let's talk a little bit about this, okay? For fires, usually March, April, May, and June, like right at the tail end of our dry season as we transition into our rainy season. Tight, packed, dry vegetation, low humidity, and windy conditions. I just need to change background because this is driving me crazy. This is when we use the wrong background. No, that. There. That is the correct background. I know to y'all it doesn't matter, but to me it's what's right and what's not right. Anyway, so we had the gusty winds yesterday. Gusty winds, very gusty winds. Had that yesterday. It was kind of the perfect setup, unfortunately, for wildfire development. So that's what we had yesterday. For today, cold front has moved through, has made for some changes. And as a matter of fact, looking at the 7-day forecast, we are nice and chilly today, but it's not going to stay that way. Notice by tomorrow, back into the upper 70s. By Sunday, lower 80s, mid 80s on Monday. And while, yes, Tuesday, Wednesday, there's an opportunity for some rain, understand that it's not going to be a situation where we're going to be polar plunging those temperatures afterward. We'll drop from the mid 80s down to the lower 80s. But, more and more end of March into April, we're seeing less of these powerful cold fronts. And thus, we're starting that transition into the warmer months, of course, into the stormier patterns eventually. Yeah, so there's that. But if you like the chill, I'm going to tell you this with like an underline. If you like the chill, I'll say it one more time. If you like the chill, really enjoy what we've got right now because you don't have much more of this. This is about it. There may be one more front, but don't hold your breath much. Okay? Seriously. This is we're in the tail end of it. Seriously. What was with the wind gusts? Insane in Ocala yesterday. I mean, Jeannie Rowan, it wasn't just in Ocala, it was everywhere. So let's look at this. I'm going to pull this up. And let's look at some wind gusts together. Hold on, let me make this smaller. Okay. All right. So wind gusts. This is like peak wind gusts. Perfect. All right. Historical wind gust. Yesterday. Oh, it would be 24-hour wind gust, wouldn't it? Max wind gust. All right. Peak wind gusts yesterday. So, and let's do more than like 20 miles an hour. Just to clean the map up a little bit. All right. So yeah, so Ocala, I mean 30, did I see a 35-mile-an-hour wind gust? Yeah. 35 at the Ocala airport, right? Yeah. Max gust was 35 miles an hour. 38 up to the north in Citra. You see that? 38 mile per hour wind gust. What else do we have? 41 in Lake County. Go ahead and load. Did I see? Yeah, 41 in Okahumpka. 41 miles an hour yesterday. 37 in northern Lake County. Let's see here. 37. The Sanford Airport gusted to 37 yesterday. 38 is that executive, and is that 36 at international? Yeah. And then Brevard County. Look at some of those gusts. Now, understand that out at the Kennedy Space Center, some of those are going to be on like towers and things like that. So that won't necessarily be valid, but 36, 39, 40. Yeah, there were some decent gusts. And then up into Volusia Flagler. 40 New Smyrna Beach, 37. What is that, like Holly Hill, Ormond Beach at the airport there? Yeah. So definitely had some wind gusts yesterday. Definitely had some wind gusts. What was with that? We knew as the cold front was moving through that we were going to end up with gusty conditions, and that's exactly what happened. We knew that that's the way it was going to play out. That's why we had such a concern for wildfire development, right? Now, over the next few days, and I showed you the 7-day forecast, I'll pop it up again. Over the next few days, winds are going to calm. The temperatures are going to warm. So for this weekend, for example, a lot of people I'm sure are going to want to start heading over to the beaches. Understand that through Saturday morning, we're talking about rip currents. I would add that with the air temperatures as chilly as they are right now, it's probably not going to be a beach day. I know it's spring break, but it's a beach day. Carbon Fiber says I got a lot more windy than I expected yesterday. I feel like if we were to go back and look at yesterday morning's coffee talk, I went through our futurecast model with wind gusts and showed the 30, 35. As I recall, I was even showing 36 mile per hour wind gusts on there. I remember saying it's going to be gusty. So to that point, I, I don't know. It was gusty. It's exactly, we got exactly what was modeled, to me at least. So for today, high rip current risk, surf running 3 to 5. I mean, it's going to be bumpy there. High risk of rip currents, not a good one to head into the water, right? For what it's worth. Now, this weekend, important to note that as those temperatures start to climb, both days are going to get the check mark. Both Saturday, both Sunday, getting the check mark, which means maybe you're wanting to head out to the beaches. I would say that the surf conditions. This says tonight. Bear with it. This is from Marquise yesterday. But notice Saturday, Sunday, surf absolutely calms down. So that's going to be looking better and better and better. So definitely we've got that going for us. So while it's definitely rough out there now, things will look better and better and better. All right. How we doing? Questions, comments, concerns? Carbon Fiber says, "Oh, really? Sorry, miss. You don't have to apologize. You're totally good. You're totally good." You're totally good. I just want you to know we covered it. We absolutely covered it. That's all. Mario says that wind gust felt great at Disney yesterday. I'm sure it did. Yeah. Debbie says someone said to me yesterday all about all the wind, but I knew it was coming because Eric told us. See, and I appreciate that. David says so sad that Sheldon is leaving Wesh today. I know. I am not well with that. I love him so much. But, you know, to everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season. Turn, 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 right? Isn't that the way that song goes? You know, what can I say? I love him. I want nothing but what's best for him. So, anyway, I'll tell you one place he's going this weekend. I don't know what y'all are doing, but there's the Winter Park Sidewalk Art Festival. I know he loves it over there. It's going to be beautiful. Lots of sunshine, warming temperatures. Christy's asking, where is Sheldon going? I have to chat, I have to chat with him. I have to chat with him for sure. We didn't, okay, so we didn't exactly say goodbye because I was expecting to work Monday morning for severe weather, which of course didn't happen. So we didn't do our official goodbye. So we'll grab coffee or something. Joseph says at my base at the Melbourne airport, they grounded the flight school for a few hours due to the winds. Sure. Yesterday wouldn't have been a fun day to go fly, especially if you're training. Like, there's something about getting some humble pie when you're training, but there's another thing to, there's another thing to just get your tuchus kicked. Almost did it. I need more of that coffee. All right, so how we doing? Definitely need more coffee. Have Sheldon on for a drive through once he gets settled for sure. Although I still have to figure out how to get, Skype's going away in May, and that's how I bring people in on the drive through. So I don't know. I don't know how to do that yet. I have to figure out how to do that. I talked to somebody from Coffee Talk had suggested Microsoft Teams. The problem is that I can't get NDI from Teams into OBS. The problem isn't bringing the video. The problem is getting the video in. Matt says just FaceTime them and hold the phone up to the camera. I know. Amani. Amy, that's funny, right? You're ascending kicked. That's right. Tanya, listen, none of us are perfect. Almost. Seems Zoom and Teams is the alternative nowadays. So I'm just trying to figure out. So, for example, this morning, what you're looking at is my weather computer coming through Teams, but it's doing it in a really fakakta way. It's not great. It's not great. The quality's okay, but I'm literally taking a screen grab of my computer system. So I need to figure, and it works for the weather computer, but when it comes to audio and video, I need to figure out a way to get NDI directly out of Zoom or NDI directly out of Teams. And at the moment, I haven't figured it out. WebEx, I got to figure something out. Skype was my way. And when I would tell people I'm using Skype, they're like, who uses Skype? Should have known then that I'd be in trouble. Cindy, your eyes got as big as frisbees. Hey, I'm sure I've actually said it in the past on coffee. I feel like here we're just a little too, we're a little too relaxed. The ghosted woman. I always have problems with lag on Teams, even if my signal is great. I got to figure something out. I'm frustrated that they're doing away with Skype just because of the NDI integration. But it seems like NDI is the best way to do it. So I don't know any other way. I probably next week when I'm at work, when I'm back at work, I'm going to have to really spend some time and focus on trying to figure it out. Yeah. Zoom has a checkbox to share screen and the audio. But the problem, Juan, is to get the audio and video from the Teams app through an NDI portal to the program that I use for Coffee Talk is called OBS. And that's the problem, is getting it from the Teams, from the Zoom or whatever app over to OBS using what's called NDI. That's my struggle. And for Zoom, you have to pay. And I love y'all, but I don't have a endless budget here. And with Teams, supposedly it's possible, but I don't know if it's just Hearst has something locked. I don't know. So I need to spend some time on it. Tim says, find a 12-year-old. They know how to bring the video into your. I know. Wayne says Prism Live. I've used Prism Live off the phone, but that doesn't bring it into OBS. That's not an NDI platform. I need a platform. ONS and NDI. I know it's difficult. OBS is fun. I love OBS, but yeah, AI says new tech. Well, I have the NDI tools, Matt. That's what I have. But getting a video conference, yeah, I have the full NDI tools suite. That's how I bring in the video. Dan's asking how long I've done Coffee Talk. We're coming up on 10 years, I feel like, right? Was it Matthew we started it? Whenever Facebook opened up their API to be able to do professional, because I didn't want to be the guy that was doing the herky-jerky stuff. Of course, I do the herky-jerky stuff. But here we are. Cindy says OBS, NDI, too many acronyms for my brain early this morning. Yeah, I know. What the flip is NDI? So NDI is a video toolkit that allows me to basically, so I do Coffee Talk on a program called OBS. Here, I'll show you. Display capture. Okay. Whoa, that's super, super rough. Hold on. Stand by. All right. So this is my computer screen. This is OBS. And OBS is, I know it looks trippy, but this is how I monitor what I'm doing. So this is Coffee Talk here. This is, here, I'll move this window. This is how I see all of your comments. But NDI is how I bring this how I bring the stuff into OBS. So anyway, that's a fakakta way to look at it, but there it is. So anyway, NDI is how I bring it from Teams or from Skype or whatever over, but Teams doesn't seem to work. So I got to figure it out. I need to find like a 15-year-old. Matthew started Coffee Talk. Janice says, Debbie's asking, did you find your video from the first Coffee Talk? You have to repost it so you don't lose it. I did not find it. I didn't look for it. I don't have time. I don't have time. Cindy says it was Matthew 2016 when I started. So you were here from the beginning, right? Carbon fiber, I have the Lake Mary Tornado Recycling. Yeah, 18th through the 22nd of April. Yeah, and we were looking at models yesterday, Carbon fiber on YouTube, and showing a storm system around Florida around the 20th of April, which would time out for that part of the pattern. So yeah. Microsoft has a support page for it. Broadcasting audio and video from Microsoft Teams with NDI and SDI technology. Okay. So the app permissions, I don't see anything that has production tools, though. That's the problem. So Tad sent me a thing that said, here's the link for it. Yes, I've been to this page. I just don't see any production tools in my settings for Teams. You know? I just feel like Beverly, I feel like I just peered behind the wizard's curtain. Right, yeah. Well, that's what I've looked at, and it's been the same setup since 2016. Now OBS has gotten more and more and more and more advanced, but that's what I have looked at for years and years and years and years and years. Yeah. So that's it. Tim says, seriously, ask Alex Alisi, the Renaissance man who knows how to do everything. You know, when it comes to OBS, I always said Alex and I had the most beautiful abilities because where I stunk, he was great. And where he stunk, I was great. And we really helped each other out. He wasn't he was good at OBS. He wasn't amazing at OBS. But I have a director's background. I directed newscasts, technical directed newscasts years and years and years ago. So, anyway, I don't know. I'm going to have to figure something out. This is at the very least, this is using Teams bringing in the weather computer. Now, I don't know how the quality compares to the Skype or any of that stuff, and it's a fakakta way to use Teams. I'm just screen grabbing it off of a window. But anyway, we'll figure it out. Would buying an HDMI or SDI to USB converter work? It's all digital is the problem, Kyle, because I don't have that. Weather computer is not here at my house. And so part of the struggle is getting the clean video feed outside of the Wesh network to my house and then bringing in interviews as well. Yeah. Oh wow. So Matt just posted first-ish. Let's look at this. Let's look at this one. Matt just posted first-ish. Let's do this. Turn it on. Wow, that's rough looking. Stop.
That you share this video because over the course of the next few days, we're going to be doing a lot of discussion regarding the tropics and Hurricane Matthew. And it's very important to make sure that everybody gets the best information that they can. And on a day like today, that's to
34
be
minutes.
First and foremost, securing things over along your outdoors. You know,
yeah, this probably would be one of the first ones, right?
Earlier, tell you what I would tell a family member.
But look at the quality of that. Like,
done. So put shutters up if you live along the coast.
Ugh.
Again, it's not because of a
that chest hair, y'all. Look at that chest hair. Sydney says your face. That face, right? Yeah, so this is going to be one of those early ones. Play. Those graphics, woof. Oh, did I just like leave it on a loop or something? I think I just left it on a loop. How funny is that? I didn't even. Yeah. So this wasn't even this. I just like left on a loop. It was 30 minutes of just looping graphics. How exciting is that? I get Vault. Carbon fiber, you've glowed up since. Also, I can see your chest. What chest hairs? I don't have any chest. Carol says you were a baby. Well, we were all younger. We've had our days where we were wiser. You know? Kyle, when do y'all get the new graphics package? We're making some tweaks to it, so not positive yet. Got work. Katie, as an OG coffee talker, that was fun to see. That was a long time ago. That was a long time. I mean, we're going on, we're at what, 9 years? Which is crazy when you think about it. Right? Like we've done, you know, for those that are new to this, first off, welcome. Hi. Thanks for hanging. We drink coffee every day. Like what better way to do it? There's got to be it's just funny. I mean, I didn't do my hair. I would like look at how fakakta looking I was. I mean, I guess I kind of did my hair. Yeah, that would probably be one of the first because I remember the very first time I was moving into my old house and was told, put on a polo. I was gross. Do your hair, put on a polo, look decent. And so this may be like the first Facebook Live I did. And then after this, I started not doing my hair and started looking like a bum. So anyway, it's funny when you see stuff like that. It's funny. William says you look older today. Like 9 years older, would you say? Bruce, I could just pinch those cheeks. Oh man, I remember I had to have surgery just before Matthew hit and then had to find a shelter. Oh, the ghosted woman. That would have been stressful. Ugh. Tell you what, the graphics package and overall presentation has definitely glowed up. Just wait. It's going to continue to get better and better and better. Betty says glasses almost the same, just darker. Yeah, back then, those were the Cranes. These are the Brady's. I don't, I think the pair, so I rotate currently between three pairs of glasses. And it's like, I think it's I try to change them out on Sundays into Mondays. I think one of the pairs is still the Crane. I think it's still the same frame design, but like a different color. Like these are like smoky clear. I think the Cranes are like a bluish. I don't know. The next ones are not. The next ones I think are my green with the rounded deals. So anyway, Carol says camera angle's a lot better now too. We have all grown up. The lighting is better. The quality. Listen, we've 9 years ago. We were still children. We were still but children. The fact that 2016 was 9 years ago is just wow. I know. Debbie says Friday coffee talks going on. Yeah, we used to sing. I would just sit at my kitchen table in our old house and just sing. Woof. Who the heck want to watch that? Jeez Louise. Bring back those curtains. What's funny is those curtains came with the house, didn't match a darn thing in my house, but I never replaced them. They were red, and I like my motif was a bluish. I never. Ay, 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 ay. What? And now I have kids, right? And now every moment of every day is spent trying to keep from wars breaking out in my house. Charles says that original Facebook Live looked like you were speaking down to the camera. I mean, I think I was on a bar stool and it was at a laptop. We are learning. We are learning. We are evolving. We are getting better together, right? Eric is just seasoned now, as we all are. Yeah, I've got the wrinkle. You see the wrinkles? Got the wrinkles to prove it. Jamie on YouTube. Speaking of glasses, just wondering if you ever thought about LASIK or contacts. So I did contacts for a little while. Our image consultant, Audrey, was like, honey, do you think you're too good for glasses? And I said, no. I was just told that they put a barrier between me and a viewer years ago and they don't like them. And she's like, not only, honey, do we put you back in glasses on the air, we need them to be thicker and fuller glasses. Okay. And here we are. And in that day, I was told I'm the only Wesh person that is expected to wear glasses. Like you'll see Tony or Kellyanne if they have an eye thing. She expects me. So no, I didn't. I immediately stopped buying contacts, immediately stopped using contacts. Yeah, there's that. Linda, I can't believe we've been together so long, right? I like the high pressure graphic. Let's slip that back in. Oh, the old school H. No, no, no. Honey, darling. That's right. Yeah. Matt says I'm an image consultant's nightmare. I know. I know. Tammy says, you do wear glasses well. Well, thank you. When is our next meeting with Audrey? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I'm always very open to it. Although I listen to her, so I also feel like there's not much to say. You know? Notice that video, hurricane was going up the East Coast instead of into the Gulf, my preferred way. It seems like hurricanes now almost exclusively going to the Gulf. Why? It just depends. The patterns are all different. It just depends. Barb says the glasses help us reach full nerd. Isn't that funny? That's probably what, well, that's what she thought at the time. She literally said to me, I want to make you a character. A character? Your next meeting is when she needs to change something. We pick out new glasses frames. We pick out suit patterns, you know? Yeah. Look at it as just an image checkup. That's right. I mean, look, I know I have no style. So I'll take it. If you could redo that old graphic to a more modern time, what would it look like? Graphics are constantly evolving. That's all. Joseph. I mean, I would just look at WBBH, Gulf Coast News down in Southwest Florida. That's a more modern version of the Diagrid graphics package. So, oh, honey, you're already a character. But that's what she said. That's what she said. All right. Questions, comments, concerns as we're looking at the next 7 days? It's chilly now. It's not going to be chilly for long. Enjoy what we got. Questions, comments, concerns? We're all a character. We're all a character together. Questions? We good? Are we good? I wear contacts just to have real sunglasses. Never found a prescription sunglass frame I liked. I agree, Matt. Although it's Sun and Fun this year, I am excited to go look at Flying Eyes because they have the prescription glasses that have the like click on sunglass thing. I'm excited to check those out. The Flying Eyes deal. I assume you've heard of Flying. Anyway, I remember how rough Dorian. Oh, Dorian, yeah, for sure. I'm a character in Colorful too. Bruce, although you kept it together when we had you on the drive-through, we kept it together. Every time you mention Audrey, I think from the Incredible. Right? Oh yeah, yeah. No, she's Ed. She is. You go into her lair, and then she just starts going crazy on style. Yeah. Yep. All right, people. That's all I got. It's chilly now. We're going to start to warm up, though, by this weekend. Be ready for it. All right. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you, thank you, thank you for hanging out for coffee talk. I'm going to try and repair my washing machine today. My father-in-law is going to come over. We'll see how that works. Could go one of two ways. All right. Be good, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow morning for coffee talk. Sounds good? Sounds good. Take